Coming up, we're trying Jim Beam Rye Pre-Prohibition style. Stick around. Thanks for joining us at Port, folks. I'm Seamus.
I'm Sean.
And today, like I said, we are trying Jim Beam Rye Pre-Prohibition style, whatever that means. This is a 90 proof rye whiskey, which means it's at least 51% rye. Jim Beam's site says it's between 51 and 60%. Then lots of corn, and then a little bit of malted barley. So that's what we got in this.
Okay.
So again, we are starting to try. We're on a rye trend right now. We're gonna be doing a rye blind coming up. So we're trying these individually, and then we'll put them in a blind and see which one we like best.
Yes.
So, but we wanted to get at least a first sip and try them prior to the blind. So we got a slight chance of actually picking them out.
Yeah.
Very slight. So let's get to pouring. Now Jim Beam is interesting because they got that new black. We liked the black, and they got a new one, a 7-year black, coming out that we haven't been able to get our hands on yet. So in the meantime, we've been doing these other ones. So here we go.
Okay.
Jim Beam Rye Pre-Prohibition 90 proof. Kind of astringent, but
A little bit, yeah.
almost got like a cough syrup smell. That's what I was just getting. It's like a medicinal.
Yeah, I kind of get
It
what
smells like a kind of a medicine.
Yeah.
I wonder if it was the spiciness of the rye or something. Let's see. Non-age stated, but under 4 years old.
Oh, yeah.
What?
I'm getting like antiseptic whites.
Antiseptic whites? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's too bad. The proof is only 90, right?
90 proof, yeah. Yeah.
It smells stronger than that.
Yeah.
For sure.
But it is very antiseptic.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is pretty inexpensive. It's like $20-something.
Okay.
Just barely over 21. Maybe 22. MSRP is 22, I think, but it was definitely not expensive. It might have been sub 20, actually. I can't remember. But that's Beam, and Beam makes pretty inexpensive, I think. So at least the brand name Jim Beam, they make other products that are more expensive. But
Right.
okay.
And the pre-prohibition might make it a little more understanding with the medical supplies smell.
Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't know how the difference would be.
Well, during Prohibition, it does say pre, so
Right.
it does have that going for it.
Right.
But like Prohibition, they were using medicinal purposes to pass
Oh yeah, they
whiskey and alcohol through.
right. That was during Prohibition, correct?
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, maybe.
I don't know. I'm giving it a little
I
leeway.
mean, Beam is one of the survivors of that. So.
Right. So.
Okay. Well, let's give it a try.
Okay.
And that tastes good.
That's hot.
Hot?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't think it was that hot.
Oh.
I'm getting a little hug in the bag, but I thought it was pretty smooth up front.
Oh.
And I got that
Different.
wood taste, but not like that moldy wood that we were tasting
Right.
on the JD.
Yes.
This is just much more enjoyable.
Yes.
It doesn't have that sourness. It doesn't pack a lot either, though. It's not super spicy to me.
Okay.
I'm not getting any spice.
Okay.
I'm getting very woodsy, slight spice, Smooth, little hug in the back. Kind of dissipates a little fast, but not horrible. It's not unenjoyable.
Okay.
It's just not. Oh wow, this is great.
Right.
So
That's fair. For me, it's definitely not a wow. This is great.
mm-hmm.
The taste medicinally does transfer for me.
Oh, you're getting
little
it.
bit,
Okay,
yeah.
you're getting it.
And for me, this is hitting much harder than it seems to be for you.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bit of a fire all the way, coating the mouth.
Yeah.
But once it goes down, I'm not getting any hug in the back or anything like that.
Maybe I'm
So,
chugging too much. I don't know.
yeah. In terms of the taste, there's definitely a spice there, but
Yeah.
like I said, for me, I'm getting sort of like a fire
Oh.
from the beginning to the end, and then once I swallow it, it's
Yeah.
cooled off.
I did swish it around in my mouth there a little bit, and I definitely got the kind of stingy pins and needles in my mouth there. So, yeah. That's good though. I like it.
Yeah.
I mean, definitely compared to what we had last week,
Yeah. For sure.
I would say it's better.
Yeah.
Do you want to try it against regular Jim Beam, or do you want to wait?
Yeah, we did the bonded against its normal.
Well,
It's regular.
yeah, I guess so.
So,
Okay. What the heck?
what the heck?
It's only another ounce. I'm not pouring too much. So this is the regular Jim Beam. Don't necessarily hate it, but it's definitely not one of our favorites
Yeah.
by any means.
It's probably along the lines of like Ancient Age.
Yeah,
And Ancient Age is probably the best of them.
right.
In our book, anyway.
Yeah, we need to go back through those.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah, beans smells like cotton candy. Oh.
Yeah, much sweeter.
Yeah, super sweet.
I'm getting like cashews or walnuts or something.
Oh, wow. Nutty. A lot of people say that about Beam, I think.
Really?
The nutty.
Okay.
Is that Beam?
I always link it to Wild Turkey, the nuttiness.
Really?
But I assume it happens with other whiskeys.
Yeah. I think it's Beam. I'm losing track, but I think Beam's always got like Knob Creek, because Knob Creek is a Beam product.
Oh, okay.
Basil Hayden, of course. Old Granddad,
Yes.
we like that. That's a rye forward whiskey too,
Right.
but not a rye whiskey. So bourbon. It's got lots of rye. Okay, I'm gonna taste it. That is nutty.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. It's super nutty.
Yeah, it's like chewing on an almond shell.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know almond shells. Almond shells are tough. They are thick, hard. I mean, I remember we used to get these bag of nuts for Christmas, and it was always had the shells on them.
Mm-hmm.
And so we had this big wooden thing with a nutcracker, and then these little picks for picking the nuts out of the shell. And this was every Christmas we'd get this bag of nuts. It had hazelnuts, which are the worst. We hated hazelnuts. Those are those round ones. You go squeeze them, they shoot across the room. Take out the dog.
Are you meaning to say almond shells?
The almond shell.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, because the only peanut shells make sense.
Right.
That they're easy. They're soft.
Right.
typically. At least produced ones.
Yeah.
And walnuts. They're the ones that I always think of.
Right.
I don't think I've ever seen a almond shell.
No, you probably, because almost all the nuts we buy these days are all out of the shell.
Right.
I mean, who buys unshelled nuts?
Right.
Nobody. But yeah, I'll have to get some because the shell is almost the shape of the walnut. It's like a white, but it's got looks like a golf ball. It's kind of got holes in it.
Okay.
And it's super hard. I mean, it was one of the hardest nuts to crack.
Okay.
That and that Brazil nut Brazil nut's got that dark brown, like armadillo skin shell on it. It's
okay.
crazy. Anyway, that's totally what I'm getting here is like that almond shell
Okay.
in the flavor.
It's definitely way nuttier, smell
Yeah.
and taste wise than the rye.
The rye. I definitely enjoy the rye more.
Okay.
I'm actually out. You know, just a splash. You okay or you need a splash?
I'll be all right.
Okay. But then when I go back to it, after having this, it's a lot closer than I thought. It's got a spicy nutshell instead of just a nutshell.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that better. It's more complex,
Yeah.
more flavors.
I'm at a bit of a loss because they taste really similar,
Okay.
but going one to the other, the rye kind of lost that intense spicy like flame
Okay.
that I had before, and the nuttiness is there with a rye finish, which
Okay.
I love.
Right.
So I guess paired with normal Jim Beam as a way to counter,
Right.
then yeah, I prefer this one.
Right.
So
Yeah, this for a rye isn't bad. It'll be interesting to try it in the blind and
definitely.
see where it ranks. Because I, off the top of my head, I know one of my favorite ryes has been Frey Ranch, and that's 100% rye.
Right.
We liked the Sazerac. I'm not a big. I don't dislike rye. I know you like Whistle Pig, right?
There was one that I preferred.
I can't stand I couldn't stand Whistle Pig. I don't know why I didn't like it. But those are high rye, but they might be high rye bourbons.
Yeah,
I can't remember now. Anyway,
Either way, they're not worth getting.
they're not worth. They're too expensive. Oh my
They're
gosh.
crazy
I
expensive.
mean, so, all right.
Yeah.
Well, let's get back on task here.
Okay.
This one is definitely good. The Jim Beam's okay. You know, it's just this nut bomb.
Yeah.
I think it's better than JD though.
Yeah, definitely.
So at least a little bit more sippable. This one's definitely good though. Yeah, it's just got that spicier with that little bit hint of nut, the nut flavor. So it's good. So I'm gonna say yay on this Jim Beam rye.
Yeah.
It's good. So it's worth a try. It's for $20. It's worth it.
Right.
Worth a try.
Yeah.
I mean, $20 for any kind of whiskey these days is good.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, coming up, we got a couple more individual ryes to try, and then we'll be doing our blind. So stick around. Until then, Shlanta, like and subscribe to your health. See you.